subscribers. You know, that's kind of a big deal for me. And the people who are watching my videos, to the 12 people, I don't. If you weren't subscribed already, I don't know what the point is, but you can subscribe if you so choose. Anyways, with that out the way, today's concept of the video is going to be we're going to be doing two parts. We're going to be doing jersey rankings, and we're going to be remaking the NBA players ranking list that I made almost a week ago, I think. I looked at the list, I looked back on it, and to be honest, I don't know what I was thinking when I was making that list. There's so many just wrongs in that list. So, but besides that, if you all are hearing some noise, that is because I have a certain guest, and I'm not mistaken. Actually, I haven't introduced him on the channel yet, but we have been, we have done some recordings before. They just were never posted. So without further ado, I introduce my friend, Vibe Abstract on YouTube, but also known as just Nico in person. So, say what's up. Hey everyone, I'm really happy to be on this channel, and to be honest, I think this is going to be a really fun video to make. So, yeah, let's just get right into it. Alright, well, here we go. So, first off, should we go from top or bottom? Let's go from top. Top, okay. Well, first of all, we have Atlanta, the Atlanta Hawks. Now, personally for me, these are kind of like a D. They're D tier for me. They're not very, they're not very flashy. The colors are very boring and bland. I don't really like them that much. So, what's your opinion? I honestly think it's a C. I don't think it'd be a D because I actually really like the MLK design to it. I think it's very, respectable, and I think it should at least have a C because, at least it has that for it. Okay, we'll go with C for, the fact that it's MLK and the landmark, I guess you can say. But next we have the Brooklyn Nets. I think this is S tier. These jerseys are, yeah, this is without a doubt. These jerseys are fire. Yeah, I agree 100% with that. But before we go on to the Boston Celtics jersey, I just want to make a quick announcement for the channel. Tonight's upload was not supposed to be this video. Tonight's upload was supposed to be a Rocket League video. And for some reason, when I installed Rocket League for the first time on this PC, by the way, because I got my PC back in June of 2020, haven't installed Rocket League since, or I haven't installed it at all. So I go to install for the first time, and when I go to install, it says I've been banned for offensive or being like disrespectful in chat or whatever. And the thing that's extremely confusing for me is that I don't know how that is the case. That should not be the case. It's very like weird, I guess. I don't understand, but I've been banned for 72 hours, which is like just about 3 to 4 days. So my apologies for that. But hopefully sometime this weekend, I'll be unbanned from Rocket League, and we'll be able to get out a Rocket League video for you guys. But yeah, so we'll just continue on with the Boston Celtics. I think this is D. It's a D. Yeah. Really like basic compared to like all the other jerseys having like moved out designs and stuff. I think it's really like yeah, this is like extremely boring, bland. And even like well, not even just the colors, but it's like even if this was like this looks like a practice jersey, like something they would wear in the practice facility. This is what it looks like. what's your rank on this? B tier. Alright, I can work with that. Chicago Bulls, Chicago Bulls, Chicago Bulls. Honestly, this is like a C tier for me. They're not the worst, but they're certainly not even close to being like they're average, I guess you can say. So I agree, I agree. Cleveland, the Cavs, the Cavs. Honestly, honestly, I mean, to be fair, honestly, it's between C and B tier. Honestly, for me, I don't know which one to choose. I'll just go B tier, I guess, because Cleveland's the font that they use on this jersey. I like it a lot. Along with the kind of like the outlines on the armpit and the neck area. I think that's a cool color scheme. But next we have what was that? Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. The Dallas Mavericks. Honestly, this jersey's like D to C tier. I don't really like these jerseys. They're kind of bland. I can go D tier. D tier's pretty good. The Denver Nuggets. Now, I don't know if there's like a specific like story, I guess, behind this. Um, I just like this is kind of like D C tier for me again. Like I don't really like these jerseys. The jerseys are kind of meh. Okay, so we'll do that. So if one of us, like let's say we say a jersey's like S tier and you say like a jersey's B tier, we'll just put an A like in between. So we'll put this in C. Next we have the Pistons, and honestly, these jerseys are like C tier for me. Yeah, D tier. I mean, obviously, like blue and red are the two like most like obviously like most famous colors. So, I mean, we'll just put in D tier because I agree with you on the fact that it looks like really bland, like, and it looks like it's copying a lot of like their older jerseys. So I can understand that. That's agreeable. Next we have the Warriors. Now, I have mixed feelings about the Warriors jerseys because I'm pretty sure if they've had this kind of similar design, obviously they're not necessarily the Golden State Warriors anymore. They're more like the Oakland Warriors or whatever since they moved to Oakland. But honestly, I think this is like a C tier. To be honest, these jerseys are kind of like meh. Yeah. Next we have the Houston Rockets. Now, I think this is A tier. Like I think these jerseys are so clean. reason why I'm saying that is because, like, I guess as an image, it's kind of like, okay, whatever, it's blue and red, like with red, like trim. But if you look at on the players like John Wall or like Victor Oladipo or DeMarcus Cousins, they look great. So that's just my opinion. Indiana, honestly, I think this is B tier because they've had retro jerseys like this. This one exactly, however, unlike other teams, this is the first time they've actually like redesigned a retro jersey. So I think this is like B tier. I agree, I agree. Now we have Los Angeles Clippers. Now this is history behind it. It's like the red on the blue trim or like the Bloods and the Crips. And honestly, I think this is like B tier again because I like the font they use. The font is really badass and I like the font. But we'll go B tier. Now, keep in mind for this next choice, I myself am a Lakers fan. But I gotta say, these Laker jerseys are a fat D. These are so bland and boring. Yeah, see, that's something I can agree with because they're like alternate jerseys where they're like the throwback, like 80 to 70s jersey, the blue and white. That, in my opinion, is like C to B tier. Those are really nice, but these, I mean, you try to be creative. I mean, they've had so many like actually good creative jerseys, like you said, the Black Mamba jerseys, the city jerseys that Shaquille O'Neal designed for them. Those jerseys were very clean. I like those a lot. So, but this year they were super lackluster and very disappointing in my opinion. But next we have the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, honestly, this is like a D tier, C tier for me because like it's just very like strange. I know the style they went for is like Vancouver, like their Vancouver colors before they went to Memphis. But honestly, I just don't think this looks good in my opinion. I agree. I agree. So the next jersey we got is the Miami Heat. Now, honestly, these are tough for me because I want to put them at S tier. But ever since I saw this image of they are like compared to like those like Trix yogurt cups back in the day, like in the like back in elementary school. Like every time I look at these jerseys, that's all I see. And now, like ever since I've seen those, these are kind of just like kind of like really they're unique, but it's kind of ugly in my opinion. I don't blame you on that one. Now, next we have the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, this is also like a standout kind of thing for them because usually their jerseys are like green and white and black. I like these jerseys a lot. I can't even lie. these jerseys are very underrated because a lot of people actually dislike these jerseys, but on the players, like on Giannis, I think these jerseys are absolutely clean. Next we have Minnesota, which is a D tier for me, off rip. Mm. This is tough. This is like very in between because I know you're saying C, but I'm saying D because like the reason why I'm saying D is just because they're very bland and boring. I mean, it's just like the color scheme. It's just very basic and boring, but we'll do C, I guess, because it's kind of like different from them. Now we have the Orlando. Wow, no, not Orlando. New Orleans Pelicans, and honestly, I think these jerseys are a D. I hate these jerseys. They're so ugly. I just think it's because it's just the blue, white, and red. Like obviously those are like kind of like somewhat their colors, but like I just like Mardi Gras colors, I guess. Well, no, those are not Mardi Gras colors because they did those a few years back, like a year or two back. But I don't know about this, man. I just hate these jerseys. They look so ugly. The New York Knicks, I think these are D tier. Actually, they're between D and C tier for me because I like the color. I agree. Now the OKC Thunder, I don't know. Like honestly, I haven't really seen these jerseys much, so I don't know how to feel about them. But to be honest, mm, I say C tier in my opinion, but we'll now say C because like if you look at New York next to OKC, they look very similar, and I just think like if you put New York, which is by the way, by all means, just because they're in C tier doesn't mean their jersey design is like nice. Because in my opinion, it's okay. It's very like kind of bland and boring. But if you put them together, I mean they look almost identical. But just OKC has done less with their jerseys, so I'll just put them in C tier. Now the Orlando Magic, honestly, these are like D, C tier. I think they're more leaning towards D tier because they're kind of like very random. I mean, I like how the Orlando sign, but why is the color orange? Oh, we'll do C. It's not as bad as all these. It's alright. Now we have your team, the Philadelphia 76ers. Honestly, like, in my opinion, these aren't bad. Like, these are kind of cool. In my opinion, like honestly, these are kind of sick. But honestly, I gotta go B tier because it's like I don't know, just about these. Just like I think the buildings or whatever's on there. I don't know exactly what's on there. I think they're buildings, if I'm not mistaken. I don't like. I don't understand why the logo, like the numbers above the buildings, and the name is below. I think that's like a really weird swap to do. Like it's unique. Don't get me wrong, because you look at all the other jerseys and they're nothing like this. But just because of that, I can't see them like doing very well. Now, the Phoenix Suns, I think these are borderline A to S tier, man. These jerseys are fire. Yeah, I mean, like especially when you look at them on like CP3 and Devin Booker, they look sick in these jerseys. Now, this one's very confusing for me, which is the Trailblazers, the Portland Trailblazers. These jerseys, honestly, I say like B to A tier. Yeah, I agree with that because it's like, especially when you have like Damian Lillard with him, and you look at Damian Lillard with these jerseys, he looks clean in these jerseys, just like a lot of these players, like LaMelo, looks better in the Hornets jersey. John Wall looks really good in these. Jimmy Butler looks really good. CP3 D-Book, Katie, Harden, or Katie mainly, Giannis, I guess Jared Allen for the Cavs, all these guys, they look good in certain players besides, in my opinion, the LA jerseys, they just look bad in general. The Boston is very bland and boring, and then, I say like these. Hmm. Okay, so now we got Sacramento Kings. Honestly, these are like D tier for me. These are super ugly. I mean, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand the color scheme with these, because these aren't Sacramento colors, so I don't understand. Now, San Antonio, usually San Antonio has like very like reused designs, like the military designs or like the camouflage designs, but this year they kind of went with the more retro style, and honestly, these are like C tier for me because they're still like kind of boring and bland, but. I agree. Now, these Toronto jerseys, these are like C to D tier. I think these are D tier. They're very like ugly. The font they use. Wow. That's a. Damn. I mean. Honestly, dude, I can't do it. I can't put him in any of those, dude. There's like, I don't know, like what the whole like deal with these, man, because they're not bad looking jerseys. Just on the players, they don't look appealing. But just since we're split between the two, I'll just put them in B tier because that's like average, like you said. Utah Jazz. Now I think these are like B to A tier. These jerseys are fire. Well, I agree with that. So before we finish off the last jersey, I just want to say that tonight we will be doing a double upload because the plan was we were actually going to slide this tier maker with like the NBA tier maker, but we've been recording for 25 minutes and I didn't think a jersey tier maker would take 25 minutes to do. So we'll just do a double upload. We'll just upload it right after this. So you guys are in for a treat tonight, but let's finish up this video. The Wizards, I think this is like D tier. I mean, I've just seen these jerseys like way too much. Like, I'm pretty sure they've reused this design before. Like the DC, at least. Like I see the USA flag, and I like that a lot. But like just the DC in general, like I think they've used this way too much. But with that being said, I hope you all agree with our ranking jerseys. If you have a different opinion, let me know down in the comment section below. Like I said, after this video, this video is probably gonna go up first. Once this is fully like rendered and uploaded, then I will upload the second video, which is what we're about to make right now after this video, which is the tier making video for the players. But besides that, I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope that eventually my Rocket League will be like usable. But until then, I'll just keep making up some ideas. But I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a comment saying, you enjoyed the video. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support, the views. I've been, bumping lately, so let's keep that going. I appreciate all you guys. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.